In the city of Fond du Lac, in the month of October, 41 single-family homes sold. Now that is the same as last month, September. And again, this is the most that have sold all year in a month. So September and October both mean at 41 are that high point. If we look back a year ago, last October, it was 39 that sold in October, so very similar to a year ago. If we look at the price distribution of these sales, 32 of 41 of them sold under that 300K mark. And that is about 78%. And 78% is the same as last month. And this distribution we have seen about 50% of this year. The median sale price for the month of October for these single family homes in the city of Fond du Lac was $219K. Now that is the fourth time that we have seen it in the 200s in the year of 2023. When we look back at 2022, we only saw it in the 200s once, and that was even at 200 flat. So last year, when I pulled all the different median home prices together and averaged them out, the median sale price for the whole year was $170. So I'm really interested to see when we look at 2023 at the end of the year and pull all of that together. I have a feeling that we are going to definitely be above that 170 mark, especially because, again, this is the fourth month that we have seen median home price in the 200s. 29 of these 41 homes sold at or above asking price in the month of October. That's about 70%, which is very similar to September's data of 68%. And if we go back a year ago, we look at last October, it was 74%. So we are also very similar to last year. Of these houses that sold in October, only two of the 41 took price reductions. That's only 5%. That is super minimal. It's interesting, when we look back to October a year ago, 25% of homes were taking price reductions that sold. 5%, 25%. But here is also what's interesting. When we look at what sold at or above, this year it's 70% and last year was 74%. So it's still pretty similar, even though the price reductions are less. And so it's also interesting to see that different strategies can work. Price reducing to hit that perfect price point to attract more buyers can work. And also sitting and holding and waiting for the right buyer can work too. It can really go either way because we ended up at a very similar result, even with less people taking those price reductions. Up on the screen here, I have how long it took to accept an offer. But if we add it together and look at it collectively, about 68% of the houses that sold in around 1 week's time. And then about 95% of the homes that sold in the month of October accepted an offer in about 1 month. So 1 month's time to sell a house, 95% doing that, that is strong. That is a seller's market. And who cares what the media says? Take a look at your local market and your local stats. 1 month on the market is strong. We're not sitting in a market where it takes 6 months to sell a house. 1 month is still definitely a very short amount of time to sell a property. Median days on market was 36 days, which is the same as last month. And if we go back a year ago, it was 41. So that is also very strong because what that means is basically you put the house on the market, within a week you accept, and you have a normal finance transaction of about 30 days. So very strong for selling quickly. So right now, when we look at active inventory, so houses for sale that have an accepted offer on them in the city of Fond du Lac, it's 48. And this has been a pretty similar amount since June. So around that amount have had an accepted offer steadily. Then if we want to go back a year ago, we look at last October, it was about 44. So very similar there as well. Now let's talk active no offer. So houses that are completely available, no offers on them whatsoever. That is 37 right now in the city of Fond du Lac when I pulled the data today. Now, if we want to look back A year ago, it was 46. So last year, there was more inventory available at this time. But this year, that is the most inventory that we have seen available at one time all year. So buyers, that means it is the best time of this whole year to have the most options of what home to buy when choosing a house. Sellers and buyers, you may be watching the media and wonder what is going on with the market. And they may paint a bleak picture out there. But here's the thing, the media is not your local realtor, nor is it your local real estate market. So what is actually happening here locally in Fond du Lac? Well, sellers, if we take a look at the data, it is still a very strong time for you to sell. We are seeing that price reductions are minimal. We are seeing that you can probably sell within a month. Just price it right, prep your home for sale, and you should do fine. I know we're hearing like mortgage applications are at the lowest they've ever been, but here locally, I think we're doing okay. And buyers, there's a little more inventory. It's not a ton, but there is a little bit more to choose from. And sellers, that just means there's going to be a little more competition for you. But I don't think there's any reason to be freaking out or scared or anything like that. And typically when we head towards the holidays and winter, the market slows a little bit anyways. That's normal. But I mean, to be at this time of year with the different things that are going on with the higher prices and the higher interest rates, we're still holding a pretty healthy market here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin.